look at that game last night and just realise now that let's not get complacent here. This is a good Rangers team that we are playing. Yes, they've had a tough couple of weeks, bad results, but come Sunday, I'm prepared for Rangers to be at it, and I do think it'll be a tight game on Sunday, and I'm nervous, and I think that last night just proves that Philippe Clement is a good manager. He just potentially maybe needed a bit longer than what Rangers fans wanted to give him.
Peter, can I throw it to you first?
Yeah, that's a fair point Ross has made. Listen, Rangers have not put any performances to make you think we're worried about them, and I'll still say it. Celtic have got a better squad, they've got a better team than Rangers are. There's no doubt that that's not changed overnight. But what I did see last night was the manager actually saying things that he said previously he wouldn't do, was change the system, change the personnel, the areas they play, and I think he'd done that, and I think he's seen the rewards from that, and I think that's probably, I'm not speaking for Rangers fans, but I think Rangers fans would look at it and say, well, he's just been stubborn now, because we've got players we should try there and make it a little bit difficult for the opposition. We've got to have a go, because that wasn't defensive last night. That was on the front foot. That made Tottenham under pressure. All the things we spoke about, the couple of times we spoke about the previous evening when the wee fellas and Raskins when they get the ball off the back, he's been caught in possession because Tottenham are good at that. But apart from that, people say Tottenham were poor. Rangers made them look poor. Good job Fraser Foster was playing. It's some outstanding saves in the game.
Saved them near the end again, didn't he?
But Tottenham didn't play well, but they weren't allowed to play well, and I think you've got to give that credit to Rangers last night. And I agree. Listen, you never get into Celtic Rangers matches. That's why I never predict them, because you get into them and you say to yourself, on the day you can play exceptional, especially cup ties, because they end on that 90 minutes or 120 minutes, and that's when it's finished. You don't go back next week to get them, in 2 weeks' time or whatever. That finishes on that day, and you can play exceptionally well and lose it, and you can play the opposite, play really poorly, as Celtic done. I think it was Rodgers Cup final, am I right in that? When Rangers were the better side. I think Fraser Foster was outstanding, if I remember, and then we get a winner right at the death, and that happens, so you have to prepare for that in the cup final.
Barry, what would you say to Ross, who's a Celtic fan who paying full credit to Rangers from last night?
I think he's speaking sense. Look, certainly over the last couple of weeks there has been a drastic improvement in Rangers' performances, and obviously there's players that have come in who have been injured or been out the scene for a while and come in and certainly made a good example of themselves. And then last night, as Granty's mentioned about tactically, I thought he got it spot on. I never seen that coming in terms of playing Yilmaz on the left side with Yefte, moving Rami in the central area. Look, if you asked me a couple of weeks ago, I was really nervous going in. I'm still obviously nervous about the game on Sunday. You've got to respect your opponent. Celtic are a very good team with players that can hurt you, but I think Rangers are in a better place going into it this Sunday. There's no doubt about that.
Where has that performance been? Because we haven't seen anything like that.
You can go on about Nice were missing 7-8 starters. I thought the Nice game over there, I thought they were really good, and that was the kind of start. You could see they gained a bit of confidence. And granted, I tell you, the quick turnover going up to McDermott Park, was it a great performance? No, but they found a way to win, which previous Rangers would struggle, and then they carried that into Kilmarnock. Obviously scoring 6 goals gives them a lift, going up to Ross County, difficult place, and then last night you're coming up against a very good Tottenham team, and I think you've got to give Rangers credit last night, because I thought they made Tottenham average, and it's kind of the Scottish mentality, and Tottenham are rubbish. And similar, I mentioned in the office about Celtic and Leipzig. I thought Celtic made Leipzig look average on the night, and that's down to how Celtic approached it and the game plan that Brendan Rodgers had.